This is what a dictatorship looks like. Bolivian security forces opened fire on indigenous protesters in city of Cochabamba, state violence in Bolivia.
Here's a summary of the article.
Bolivian security forces opened fire on indigenous protesters Friday in the city of Cochabamba in response to demonstrations against the right-wing regime that forced democratically elected President Evo Morales to resign on Sunday. This is what a dictatorship looks like, said attorney and activist Eva Golinga in a tweet sharing images of police forces opening fire on protesters. Protesters are demanding Inés step down and that Morales be restored to power. The protesters in Cochabamba were majority indigenous, according to reports. Footage emerging from Cochabamba, Bolivia shows the aftermath of a massacre of indigenous protesters carried out by coup soldiers and police, tweeted filmmaker Dan Cohen. Footage emerging from Cochabamba, Bolivia shows the aftermath of a massacre of indigenous protesters carried out by coup soldiers and police. Military and police shoot coca growers in Huaylani as they attempt to march to Cochabamba.
This post received a score of 38,390, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Can we get a list of every country with massive protests right now?
Somewhat graphic footage. This was a massacre. The new racist regime is nothing short of fascist, and the US media is complicit in refusing to even refer to the coup as what it is.
Bolivia's first indigenous president gets forced out of office and their rights are immediately trampled. Who could have expected this?
Fuck the people who applauded Evo's removal. I'm not saying the guy wasn't flawed, but it was clear that the alternative was far worse.
There are fascists in this very thread still applauding his removal. One even argued that the protesters shot themselves. It's disgusting.
I was only slightly informed on the subject until here recently, but NPR sorta made it sound like a good thing day before yesterday.
I had a long-ass post written out, but the internet ate it. In short, most of the folks posting here couldn't find Bolivia on a map and are oblivious to the incredibly complicated political and racial history that Bolivia has had. Fuck, there is academic debate as to how many fucking presidents the country has had. Some say that there have been more presidents and governments than years as a country, and while this is an exaggeration, it's not too far from the truth. Bolivia is a country divided by race, altitude, and region. Folks on here are talking out their assholes with no context or understanding of the events that lead up to this. Personally, I really liked Evo and thought his first term to be a good one and step in the right direction for the country, but recently, and with his testing the bounds of the Constitution to run for a fourth term, I think it was time for a change. Time for a change doesn't mean ousting all successors of Morales until you arrive to the crazy Christian.
American media was championing the coup as a triumph of democracy. Now the coup forces are massacring the people of Bolivia. Is the American media dumb or willing conspirators with the CIA?
Democratic. Hey Google, how do you say the Boltonic word democratic in English? Fascist, authoritarian.
And capitalist.
The coup today massacring the poor indigenous people. Anti-coup protester shot in the face. One more victim. More victims of the coup. Video of the dead. Video of victims of the coup. Video of victims of the coup. Video of victims of the coup. The fascist police of Guanabe Barbie repressing the poor indigenous of Cochabamba. At least 4 more dead after police repressed protests in the city of Cochabamba. Now it's 5 dead and many more injured just in the city of Cochabamba. Military, police detaining a female supporter of Evo Morales in La Paz, Nota.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.